Forrest and I are going to run down here to a rental house in the golf cart. Two guys moved out last night. They're the ones that's moving to Bowling Green, and the cleaning lady's here, and we're going to go see what it looks like. Well, it's not too bad. It just as a first impression, refrigerator's a little spotted, and refrigerator's a little dirty. It's a lot dirty. Which, you know, there's two guys living in here, so that's to be expected. Dishwasher is dirty. It's got to be cleaned. Stove is kind of pretty dirty. That's always, nobody ever thinks to clean the stoves. But, looks like cigarette ashes up there. A little smoking. Mirror's pretty dirty. Counter's kind of dirty in the sink. It don't look like any structural damage. It all looks pretty good. So far it looks like just a really good cleaning. You'll see again in the upstairs I did that faux painting up here. These walls had some cracks in it. Now this is chalkboard paint, and I took plywood. The first renters that I had in this house, this is how people can fool you. I mean, they came in, they were fine people, good people, the whole deal. They're the only couple or family that's ever really hit me hard. They came to me right after Christmas, and she gave me this story about her purse being stolen and all this, and her rent money was in there, and she couldn't pay her rent for January. And that was the first sign I thought, I just could tell she wasn't telling me the truth. But anyway, I went with it. And so I didn't worry about the rent. Well, then in the middle of the month, they came to me and said, hey, we can't pay our utilities. And when I get my tax check in, I'll pay you back. So I paid their utilities in January, and of course didn't get any rent. February came. She couldn't pay any rent, couldn't pay her utilities, and just told me, you know, that they just, you know, their money got stolen. They're just in a bind. They're backwards. As soon as her tax check comes in, it'll be here about February 28th. She'll pay me. Well, we got to, you know, and I'm trying to do the best with people, and I try to be kind, and so we got into the middle of March and still no money. So I asked them to move, and then in between, like at the 1st of March, she let more of her family move in. Daughter and her boyfriend and kids. And so I came to them and I was like, they can't do that. You can't, you know, you can't move other people in. I don't care if it is family or whatever, you can't move them in. So that's when I started trying to get them out. And come to the end of March, and I'm asking them to move, and they won't move. And so I had to get an attorney to get them out. And so they hit me the hardest. They knocked holes in my walls up here. And so I took plywood and painted it chalkboard paint, because I thought, you know, the upstairs probably would be kids. And so, you know, they might like that chalkboard paint. But here they kicked holes in my wall, holes in my wall. And so that family hit me hard. These guys here, they've moved out, and they've left the house. I mean, there's no structural damage. It's just give it a good cleaning, and it's ready to go again. This is Joanne. This is Forrest's mother. She has her cleaning service, so she's going to clean the place up and have it ready to rent. What you got to say, Joanne?
Free advertisement.
Free advertisement? Oh, okay. He is, I don't know if you can see him right over in there. Somewhere right in there. He's getting ready to do some painting on my porch. And while I go change locks, I want to say I have never, I think I've been doing this, I really don't know, 13, 14, 15 years I've been in the rental business since I started. I've never had 3 properties open at the same time. I guess I did it to myself because a couple of weeks ago somebody was asking me about things, and I said, you know, I just don't have anybody moving. I got people that's been with me 8 or 10 years, and I hadn't had anybody move in 2 years. We're at the house that I just bought this house. I bought it from a guy who was wanting to sell a couple houses. It's right over here by me. I haven't had the house very long, and there was a guy already living here. I've never met him. After I bought it, I made contact with him. The guy that sold me the house gave me his phone number, so I made contact with him and all. Seemed like a super nice guy. Told him that I would have a guy that does windows for me. He'll be coming around in a couple of weeks, sometime when it's convenient for him. He was going to go in, measure windows, and start replacing some of the windows that are messed up. And so that was really the only contact I've had with him. And yesterday, Forrest and I was mowing the yard. And when I pulled up, there's just, you got this sixth sense. I'm like, this place looks vacant. So we were mowing the yard, and here comes the utility companies, and they're like, hey, we're going to shut the power and water and everything off. Okay, so that better answers my question. So I looked in a few windows, and I could tell that it was vacated. So I went home and got a key. But yesterday was my first time to ever go in the house. I never had been in the house. I hadn't owned it very long. I'm going to take you in. Now, I want to say this, that there's more good tenants than bad. I have more good tenants than bad tenants. You just get some of both, and I have more good than bad. But I don't know why this guy left in such a hurry. I don't know if he lost his job. I tried to make contact with him yesterday, and no luck. I'm going to put a keypad. Let me show you. I use these right here, the computer type. I like the ones that has no keys. What it has is 2 prongs up here at the top. If the battery was to go down in it, you can stick a 9-volt battery to those prongs, and it'll give it fire, and you can work your code. And so that's what I try to put on all my rental property. It saves me a lot of late nights coming unlocking doors when they've lost a key or they've locked themselves out. It's easy when somebody moves just like this. You just come, change the programming code, and the enter code and all that, and and you're ready to go again. There's no changing door locks, changing keys, and all that kind of stuff. So let's go in. That's food, lunches, stuff like that. Forrest's not going to come by here and get all that out. Just not sure. I don't have a clue what happened. I hated to lose him. He seemed like a nice guy, and I hated for him to just move off like that. But so we're going to change this door lock here. And I know this is not a true test, but going to get to use that for the first time and just see what it's like. I had to go put my eyes on so I can see what I'm doing. We're going to change this, take these off right here. Got my DeWalt bit and the Milwaukee drill. That's in number 1 mode. Like you can see, it lights up right there, number 1. So we'll switch it to number 2 now and see what that does on the other one. It's a little faster, very, very quiet. Notice that right off the bat. It's really quiet. This is a handy little item right here. I bought this before DeWalt actually come out with theirs. And you get into tight places with it a little easier. That's on number 1. Boy, that's hot. Now we're done do this one on number 2. Boy, number 2's got some power. I'll just put them back in. Now on these, let me close that up. On these doors, when you're putting these deadbolts in, most of these, like your deadbolt, is marked top, so you want to watch that when you put it in. It's not as easy to set down as the DeWalt is. The DeWalt has the flat battery, but you can set it down. So you got to watch it where the DeWalt's got a flatter battery. The lock is installed, works. I've done the computer part. All that's good. What I do is I'll take the pen, this permanent marker, I will write the address of this house on this, and then I got a place I keep all these books, and it'll have the programming code, the security code, user codes, all that stuff's in that. We're good, man. I like using those a lot better than keys. Keys is a lot for me to keep up with. Also, it's a lot for the renter to keep up with, and this, they don't have to. Okay, in here we got this is gonna be the hair washing area, and we're gonna cut this wall out right here. They gotta come in and plumb it.
Go from this line
that high
to that line. No, this high.
That high. So from this line
to this
to that line, this high. There's a bathroom on the back side of that, so the water and the drains are all there, so this is a great place to be the shampoo room. Well guys, we're about wore out today. We've had a long day, and I told you it's gonna be kind of scattered going from stuff to stuff, and we're gonna call it a day. Forrest, he says see you later. I say see you later. We'll see you on the next video.